Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is January 30th, 2024. So, this video, we're going to look at all the different scenarios that can happen for Super Bowl 58. And eventually, at the end, we'll come to a decision to who we have winning the Super Bowl. Now, look at this. I just want to get right to it. So, there's been a lot of speculation on why the Super Bowl logo was purple and red this year. And I think I've solved the reason. A lot of people thought it was because, maybe the Ravens was going to be in the Super Bowl, or maybe the Detroit Lions, who used to wear the color purple. But just know that, the NFL did not make this logo purple for no reason. There's a reason. And even though they have the two red teams in the Super Bowl, that still doesn't mean that the purple is gone unnoticed, right? You guys have been seeing how Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has been probably the main focus of the entire NFL season. I think since the beginning of the season, they've been focusing on those two, right? Their relationship, which I think started back in July of 2023. And they have been the main focus, especially now in the postseason, right? I want you guys to notice this, right? So Taylor Swift, her last album, it was titled Speak Now, Taylor's Version. And notice what color her dress is, right? Every cover that you look at from this album, it's in the color purple, just like the Super Bowl logo. And of course, the Super Bowl logo also has the red at the top, which is probably the red for the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And I'm telling you, I don't think that's an accident because of all the other things that we noticed, right? Now look at this, right? So the name of the album, like I said, is called Speak Now, Taylor's version. And notice in gematria, Speak Now has gematria of 104, just like her full name, Taylor Allison Swift. And of course, this season is the 104th NFL season. Speak Now also has gematria of 112, like Super Bowl. And of course, she's dating Travis Kelce. And just to show you guys that none of this stuff is an accident. These two were paired up together for the big Super Bowl riddle this year. And we're also going to look at, their love story, their timeline, which is interesting. All the dates that they documented of them kissing for the first time they met, the first time they've been to the game together, all that stuff. All of those dates seem to be connected to the upcoming Super Bowl. But if you notice that Travis Kelce was born on October 5th in the year 89, they leaving 87 days left in the year. The guy who wears the number 87, of course, tight end in gematria equals 87. If the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, they'll become 8-7 against the 49ers all time. 8-7 like 87. And the way you can verify that is by going to StatMuse. Now I gotta make sure because I think I don't know if I put including the postseason. I know their record is different in the postseason. Let me see. I could be wrong about them being 7-7. Actually, they're 7-8. So if they win, they'll become 9-7. If the Chiefs win, they'll become 9-7 all time against the 49ers. Right now they are 8-7 or 7-8. 49ers are 7-8. They're 7-7 in the regular season. Of course, 87 is the number that Travis Kelce wears, right? So they're going into the Super Bowl 8-7 against the 49ers. And the big tribute to number 87, Travis Kelce. And his love relationship with Taylor Swift. But notice from his birthday, like I was saying, from his October 5th birthday to the Super Bowl this year, it's 129 days later, the number that connects to the 201, the Jesuit order, because 129 is 201 in base 8 counting. The Jesuit order, all of Illuminati, all equal 201, big number there. But from his birthday to the Super Bowl is 129 days, and notice in gematria, Taylor Swift, it equals 129. 129. And like I was saying, there's an article. Let me show you guys this. They've been documenting these two's relationship from the beginning. this website, teenvogue.com. And we're going to go from the beginning and see how this love story is going to come to a conclusion. Actually, it's not going to end on the Super Bowl Sunday, but the whole storyline is going to make sense up to February 11th. Because I don't think this love story is over. As long as they're dating, whoever created this love story is gonna script it around the Super Bowl, because that's what this is all about. All right, so let me just show you the first time they met was back in July. It was around that time that album came out, that Speak Now album, which equals 104, like the 104th NFL season. So we're gonna go back to the beginning. Let me show you guys all of this stuff so you guys can see how they bring all this stuff together. It's amazing. All these arranged marriages, these people probably don't even like each other, but they know they have to be together because of the big script that they have in store. Okay, so I think this is the beginning right here. Okay, so look, July 2023. That was around that time that Speak Now album came out. They said that Travis Kelce went to her tour. It was called the Eras tour. Of course, all the purple, right? All the purple symbolism in that tour, just like the Super Bowl logo. On September 12th, they started hanging out together, right? It says here that on 12/9, remember the name Taylor Swift equals 129. Remember, the Super Bowl is 129 days after Travis Kelce's birthday. So on 12/9, it makes sense for them to start hanging out on 12/9, right? The name Taylor Swift is 129. So a source says Swift and Kelce are hanging out on September 12th. All right? And you got to ask yourself, well, how is that somebody was really documenting these people's relationship? Like the first time they kissed, it was captured on camera. It just goes to show you that, it's not a real relationship. If it was a real relationship, I think the normal thing to do would be to keep it, as private as possible. But of course, these people are not keeping it private because their relationship is fabricated. ESPN winks at dating rumors. How many Taylor Swift references do you count? Okay. So let's see. You got to ask yourself, when has the NFL ever done this, right? When have they ever tracked somebody's personal relationship during the NFL season? Like, do we know about Tom Brady's relationship or anybody else's relationship? The reason they're doing this, the reason ESPN is bringing this stuff up, is because this stuff is all part of the big script, the big joke that they have in store for the upcoming Super Bowl. That's the only reason they would do this. Why else would they keep track of somebody's private relationship? So on September 16th, ESPN they created the rumors that they might be dating. So on September 22nd, Kelce invites her to the game. And how would they even know this, that he invited her to the game on this date? Did he went and tell her? It's just so obvious. But this stuff is also a big script. On September 24th, Swift accepts Kelce's invite. So here she is showing up to the game all excited for a guy that she just met 2 months ago. The next, let me see, Swift leave the game together. Okay, so that's September 24th. Not only does she go to the game, but they also leave together. On the 25th, they hung out at a private setting. It wasn't really private if you guys knew about it. On the 26th, a source says the two are having fun. Who is his source? Just snitching on all their information. On September 26th, Kelce's ex-girlfriend, Warren Swift, calls him a cheater. So his ex-girlfriend starts to interfere in the relationship. Okay. On the 27th, they have new photos circulating. The point I'm trying to make is that, everything that these two people have done has been documented, and it's been documented for a reason. It's not an accident that that album cover equals that album equals 104, and the album cover is in purple, it's just like the Super Bowl logo. None of that stuff is an accident. They start hanging out on 12/9. The name Taylor Swift is 129. The Super Bowl is 129 days after Travis Kelce's birthday. None of that stuff is an accident. None of it. And this is why this stuff it becomes difficult sometimes because they have so many things that they can go with, and it's always like the stuff that we least expect, right? Like, who would have thought? Because this is something they never done before. They never had like a big celebrity relationship be the riddle for the game. I've never seen that before. I don't think I've seen that in any league. So on October 2nd, I'm curious to see what happened on October 4th on 104, but let's keep reading. On October 2nd, Swift gets Donald Kelce's Instagram stamped of approval. Okay, so his mom approves of her on October 2nd. Okay. Let's see. Does anything happen on October 4th? So they don't have anything for October 4th. That's strange. Okay, so October 14th. October 14th and 15th, Swift and Kelce spent the weekend together in NYC. Okay. On the 19th, Kelce plans to visit Swift on her international tour dates. That was on the 19th. On the 22nd, Swift attends the Chiefs game and the pair leave hand in hand. Everything these people did together has been documented from the very beginning. Everything. October 23rd. Do you guys think Beyonce and Jay-Z, somebody's tracking their every move like that? No. No, they're not tracking their every move. What about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck? You think somebody's walking around? Oh, on January 1st they kissed. On January 2nd they held hands. No, nobody's doing that. No, nobody has the time to do that. Swift is photographed kissing Kelce for the first time. Okay, so October 23rd. You know what's interesting about this date? This was 112 days before the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl equals 112. Of course, the album Speak Now equals 112. And that was the first time they've been photographed kissing. It was on October 23rd, exactly 112 days before the Super Bowl. All right, so their first kiss comes on a very suspicious date. On the 24th, Swift earns high praise from Kelce's dad. Okay. He is doing the one-eye symbolism, right? Letting people know who's behind all this. October 30th, Kelce dances to two Swift songs. Reports say their romance is getting serious. Wow. It's getting serious on October 30th. And what is October 30th? Let me just take a look, because some of these dates I'm skipping through what the ritual is. October 30th, isn't that 104 days before the Super Bowl? Oh, shit. I think it is. Yeah, look at that. Oh, my gosh. You see, this is what I'm saying. None of this stuff is an accident. On October 30th, 104 days before the Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl is the 104th NFL season. Of course, Speak Now equals 104, like Taylor Swift's full name. On October 30th, Kelce dances to two Swift songs, and reports say that their romance is getting serious. Oh, wow. 104 days before the Super Bowl. Going back to what we were saying about 104 and the album, right? November 10th, 2023, Kelce travels to Buenos Aires to support Swift on her South American Eras tour leg. Okay, so November 10th. It's around her birthday. That was 93 days before the Super Bowl. On November 11th, Swift changes Karma lyrics for Kelce, and we get our first publicly recorded kiss. November 11th, that was the next day. 13 weeks and 1 day, like the 131, the championship number. Maybe I'm reaching on that one, but maybe I'm not. November 15th, Swift and Kelce's parents are reportedly set to meet. Kelce's teammate Patrick Mahomes says Swift is not a distraction. Notice I'm doing the devil horns right here. Mr. Patrick Mahomes. November 20th, Kelce opens up about his relationship with Swift, how his relationship with Swift began. So this was on November 20th. Let's take a look at this. It was 83 days before the Super Bowl. Football equals 83. That was also the date, even 41 days left in the year. Super Bowl equals 41. What I'm trying to show you guys is how these dates are not an accident. They're doing these things on these dates for a reason. 104 days before the Super Bowl, or 112 days before the Super Bowl, or on a date even 41 days. Like, those numbers all matter, and they all matter because of the Super Bowl. From the Super Bowl logo, from the album, the name of the album. This stuff is unbelievable. Oh, Lord. So let's see what he wrote. Travis Kelce opens up about Taylor Swift. Oh, what a sweet guy this guy is. A few months ago, he was merely football famous. Now the Kansas City Chiefs star is scrutinized by Swifties everywhere. And he's ready to tell a story. Oh, the Swifties. So this stuff is just all a joke. November 29th, Kelce calls Swift Tay on his podcast. Called her Tay. Let's see why. Got the Catholic numbers here. 2017. I don't see much with that, but let's see. Let's keep going. What was that, November 29th? Let's see. Okay, that was 74 days before the Super Bowl. Okay, keep going. November 30th, Swift will reportedly spend her Eras Tour break in Kansas City with Kelce. November 30th, that was the next day. It was 73 days before the Super Bowl. On December 1st, Swift and Kelce wear matching squirrel sweaters to a holiday party. Okay. Like, does anybody care about this? Like, just the fact that they're documenting that they wore the same sweater. It's just, oh my gosh. December 6th. The only reason I'm covering this is just to show you guys that the NFL is all a joke. All these storylines is a joke. These relationships are all fabricated. All this stuff is ritual. All this stuff it's a mocking to our existence. I mean, for somebody to really be tracking somebody's private relationship with somebody for no apparent reason, and the stuff that they document is not even stuff that's significant. It's all they wore the same sweater. Oh, they held hands. Oh, they kissed for the first time. Like, nobody gives a fuck about none of that shit. There's a lot of other problems in the world. Why are we documenting stuff like that? The reason they do it is because, they know how to distract the masses. They distract you with the football games that are rigged. They distract you with these bullshit stories. Because all the stuff at the end of the day, it all generates money. And that's all it's about. Getting your attention, getting you to pay for tickets, getting you to pay for concerts, tickets, go to the concerts, go to the sports games, give us your money, continue to be distracted while we keep lying to you, keep performing satanic rituals, and keep you slaved up like you've been. That's the point of all this. Right? The moment we stop paying attention to these people, this stuff will end. Until then, if nobody purchases Team Vogue and continues to read all this bullshit and spend money on these magazines and go into these games, like, none of these people should be at these games right now. If none of these people would have attended these games, none of this stuff will be going on. Because there will be no fans at the game. It will only be Taylor Swift and her fucking stepmom there and everybody else, and Travis Kelce's mom and dad. Those will be the only people in the stands. But that's not the case. There's a lot of fucking brain dead sheep at the stands, so that's why they keep doing all this shit. Because they know there's still people out there paying for tickets. On Christmas, Swift's family spends Christmas with the Kelces. Okay. All right, so everything that these people have done has been documented. Swift and Kelce share a kiss at midnight on New Year's Eve. Wow. They kissed. So let's write a story about that. January 11th, Kelce says he is feeling the pressure of Valentine's Day on his podcast. These people are fucking pathetic, I'm telling you, man. Somebody's calling me from Kansas City. That's probably Travis Kelce. Let me pick it up. Yes, is this Travis Kelce?
Yo, what up, though, bro?
Are you from Kansas City?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
I thought it was Travis Kelce calling. What's going on?
What the fuck? Hell no, bro. I'm on your live and shit, bro. And
Okay.
shit, I don't know. It's probably kind of, I'm a little late on it and shit, but hold up. I was trying to see if you noticed the number 13 and the number 4 this year for this year's bowl, bro.
The number 13 and the number 4. What about it?
Okay, so you know how it's the 58th bowl, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is 5 and 8?
Huh?
What is 5 and 8? Put together, bro.
What is 5 and 8? 58.
No, 5 and 8 put together is 13. 5 plus 8 is 13. The 49ers, 4 and 9 is what? 13. And 1 and 3 is 4. And even if you look at Usher, right? Usher is gonna be the halftime artist, right? And his full birthday adds up to 4 too. So I don't know if you seen that. That could be a push, but I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that shit, my dog.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Okay, January 24th, Kelce reveals why he did Swift's signature heart hands gesture after a touchdown, because that's an Illuminati sign. That's not her gesture. That's the Illuminati upside down triangle. That's why he did that on January 24th. Okay, let's keep going. And then I guess we come to the conclusion on January 28th when, here we are, January 28th, Taylor Swift embraced Travis Kelce on the field after the Chiefs won the AFC Championship. So here we are. So this love story is still going on, and we still have to see what happens on February 11th. Like I said, I like the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl, giving Mr. Patrick Mahomes his 3rd championship. But I'm curious to see how this love story ends right here, because it's obvious this entire season has been a tribute to Taylor Swift and her relationship with Mr. Travis Kelce. Also, some other notes we've been documenting is how the 49ers, they can pick up their 24th postseason loss in the year 24, and the Chiefs can pick up their 24th postseason win also in the year 24. All right? If anybody else wants to call in, you can. The phone line is open. I think that's most of the things I wanted to show you guys. How, a lot of you was wondering where the purple was coming from, why the Ravens wasn't in there, and it's because the purple was a tribute to Miss Taylor Swift. It had nothing to do with the logos of the NFL teams. But just know that they didn't put the purple in there for no reason. The purple is always symbolic. Everything about these logos is symbolic. Okay, so none of this stuff is an accident. Speak now. Yep. And then on top of that, they got the Kansas City Chiefs as the underdogs, which is more bait. And you gotta love it. Look at this. Look what date. You see what I said? What I'm saying. Look what date this article was published on January 29th on 1/29. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us today. Like I said, you could call in now. The number's on the screen: 646-986-0958. If there's anybody out there, because this is what I've noticed too, after the live stream is over, there's a lot of people who leave comments saying that all this stuff is a coincidence, that none of this stuff is real, none of this stuff is relevant, that the NFL is not rigged and not scripted, that this is just a coincidence, blah, 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 that you can find numbers in anything if you look for it, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, if that's what you think and you want to call up and be respectful, we can have a conversation and we can show you guys how that's not the case. These games are all rigged, they're predetermined. We've been documenting this year after year after year. The day that these two met, it was not an accident. Everything about the relationship between these two has been scripted, which gives me the impression that their relationship is also fabricated. From the celebrities to the sports to the athletes to the games, all are part of a big satanic script. Speak now. 104, 112, 41. Super Bowl. Notice the date numerology when they released the album, how it matches with the date numerology of the Super Bowl. Damn near perfect. Album came out on the 57th day numerology, just like how the Super Bowl's on the 57th day numerology. The name Swift equals 58, like how Super Bowl 58. Hmm. 87 viewers. Here we are discussing number 87. Even YouTube's contrived. None of these viewers are even accurate. 87 viewers. Here we are talking about Travis Kelce. Really? Come on, YouTube. You got to be... Oh, yeah, don't change it now. Of course they're watching. Yeah, and it's also a rematch. Yeah, absolutely. It's also a rematch of Super Bowl 54, which was also a leap year, which was also an election year, just like this year. This year's a leap year. This year is also an election year. They had Biden versus Trump in 2020. They're doing the same thing this year. Biden versus Trump. Same Super Bowl, same election, same everything. This is 2020 all over again. The year that Kobe Bryant died, and of course this year, in the year 24, the number that Kobe Bryant used to wear, the Kobe Bryant statue is going up in California. So, and it's going up right before the Super Bowl. Of course, the name Kobe Bryant equals 58, like our Super Bowl 58. And his full name is also 54, like how he died right before Super Bowl 54. Same fucking shit all the time. Kobe Bryant 58. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. They're paying tribute to Kobe Bryant. And Super Bowl 54 and Super Bowl 58, we're having the same two teams in the Super Bowl, the Joe Montana Bowl. 49ers and Chiefs. Why Kobe Bryant? Well, I don't know. They've been paying tribute to this guy nonstop. Just look at yesterday's box score. Look at this. We made some big money yesterday on Patreon because of this Kobe Bryant character. Because I'm noticing that they're not going to stop with the Kobe Bryant tributes. Look at this. The Lakers yesterday became 24-24 in the year 24. Of course, Kobe Bryant used to play for the Lakers, water number 24. The Lakers lost to the Rockets, who scored 135 points. Remember, the name Kobe Bean Bryant is also 135. The name Kobe Bryant equals 125, 135. Now look at this, right? If you look up the Rockets all-time record, look at this, all-time record. Is it all-time record? Or it's in I think it's a regular season. Rockets all-time record. I forgot what it was, but it was something about the Rockets playing their 2,424th game all time against, I think it's against the Lakers, or I forgot what it was, but it's in my other notes. But you see how the Lakers became 24-24? It was the Rockets' 2,424th game. I don't know if it was against the Lakers or all time. I have to verify it. It's in my other phone. But yeah, so either way, we don't need that. Just the fact that the Lakers became 24-24 in the year 24, and lost with and the winner won with 135 points, the Kobe Bean Bryant number, and the Rockets stayed on 24 losses. Kobe Bryant all day, right? And then of course, yesterday we also paired that up. We paired that game up with the Cavaliers, who became 16-8 at home, when Cleveland Cavaliers equals 168. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, you guys are all in love with the Super Bowl or the conference championship. Like, there's so many other games that you can make money off. I don't understand how you guys are so like caught up in the Super Bowl. Look at this. This was yesterday. So I'm showing you guys my FanDuel account so you guys don't think that I'm making this up. Right, we did a two-team parlay for $100. We had the Cavaliers money line. We had the Houston Rockets money line. That 100 turned into $309. I don't know if you guys can see that. $309. My understanding is simple code. Again, Cleveland Cavaliers equals 168. They became 16-8 at home. The Lakers became 24-24 in the year 24. And don't forget Luka, who scored 73 points on the death anniversary of Kobe Bryant. And then they had Joel Embiid scored 70 on the 81-point game anniversary of Kobe Bryant. What are the odds? Kobe, remember, for scoring 81 points, and on his death anniversary and on the anniversary of that 81-point game, two other players in the NBA have unbelievable games over 70 points. Come on, man. It doesn't happen any other time during the season, but it just happens to happen on the anniversary of Kobe Bryant's death and his 81-point game at death, his 81-point game anniversary. Nobody finds that suspicious. Scoring over 70 points. Why are people not scoring 70 points on any given day? No, they have to do it on Kobe's death anniversary, though. And nobody's fucking catching on. Talking about, oh, it's not rigged. That's a coincidence. Yeah, just like it was a coincidence that in 1957, the Lions were down 24-7 at halftime to the 49ers. And then 66 years later, the Lions had a 24-7 lead against the 49ers. And they blew the same lead that the 49ers blew back in 1957. That's also a coincidence. Man. You guys are fucking pathetic, man. And I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about the people who leave stupid comments like, oh, you was wrong about the Lions, so I guess it's not rigged. No, I was wrong about the Lions because I was looking at something else. I was ignoring all this fucking Taylor Swift bullshit because I didn't think they was gonna script an entire NFL season around a fucking singer who shouldn't even be a singer because her fucking voice is not even that attractive. I don't know how. Can you guys listen to a Taylor Swift album without turning it off? I can. I cannot listen to an entire Taylor Swift album. That shit is fucking annoying. I hate her voice. I don't even know how she made it to be a singer. To be honest, I know I sound like a hater, but that's what it is. I'm not. I'm not attracted to this woman's music at all. Yeah, she's like the number one artist in fucking pop culture. I don't know. I don't get it. Travis Kelce, on fucking, he has no fucking talent. The guy's always fucking open. I've never seen this guy catch a ball while being covered by a defender. He's always open. Every single catch he makes is fucking open. So two people who have no fucking talent are the main fucking focus of the NFL season. Taylor Swift, she wins Grammys over Beyonce? How? When has she ever made anything better than Beyonce? Travis Kelce wins Super Bowls. The guy, is he really the best fucking tight end in the league? Hell no. Shit is fucking annoying. Shit is fucking annoying. That's why we gotta expose all this shit. And, oh. Shit is all fucking bullshit. So yeah, Gematria does pay. We make a lot of money. Like I always say, we get more stuff right than we get wrong, and we let the money do the talking. Super overrated, Topsy. I don't understand. People can fucking listen to that woman. She has no like. Be honest. Do you know one Taylor Swift song by heart? One Taylor Swift where you can sing it in your head. Have you ever been in the bathroom singing a Taylor Swift song? Ever? No. I've never heard anybody, not in the train, not outside, not anywhere, sing. I don't know one song from this woman. Yeah, she's the number one artist in pop culture. Oh my gosh. She wins Grammys. How are you winning Grammys? Nobody knows your music. This is what you call a plant, like Cat Williams said. This woman is a plant. Yeah, people don't have. Well, I guess Charles, you're the only one who likes her music, man. um, yeah. So if nobody else wants to call in, we could probably end it there. Like I said, I like the Chiefs to win it. Give Mr. Patrick Mahomes his third Super Bowl. I really don't see anything for the 49ers, to be honest. Brock Purdy, you had a good run, but you're not gonna be the face of the league. The face of the league is not gonna lose to Brock Purdy. Not the face of the league. Not Patrick Mahomes. You gotta put some respect on Patrick Mahomes' name until him and Andy Reid are out the league, just like Tom Brady was. Even in Tom Brady's last year, I was nervous about him reaching the Super Bowl because those people are the NFL's golden boys. If Tom Brady comes back tomorrow, I will consider whatever team he's on to make it. It's that simple. Hello?
What's going on? I think still top.
What's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. You all right?
Yep.
I got a quick observation for the Super Bowl. If you take a look at Jim Harbaugh's college record, his college coaching record, when he won the championship, he became 118-46 all time, and 89-25 with Michigan, and Andy Reid all time with the Chiefs on Sundays is 117-46. He can hit the 118-46, and Patrick Mahomes can become 89-25 all time.
just like Jim Harbaugh's record. I find it interesting that both of those two Saints can hit if Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and Jim Harbaugh hit that Saint when he won the championship.
That's great. That's a great observation. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm definitely like Chiefs, man. And then the repeat, like you just have to think about it from a narrative standpoint, like historically, like something like 5 more years down the road, like that conversation is going to ramp up about like who's the GOAT, and like Mahomes having a repeat makes too much sense, like if he might not have as many rings as Brady, but if he has a repeat, and like 4 rings and like probably 6 appearances, like I think that could put him in the conversation. People will debate just like how people go back and forth on Jordan and LeBron. Like LeBron doesn't have as many rings as Jordan, but people still put him ahead of Jordan, or the debate is still alive. So I think like for the sake of because as long as people would debate and they're like people are into it, then the sport of the business is very much so alive. So I definitely feel like Mahomes, he so far he's been to 4 Super Bowls and he's not even 30. Clearly, he's the guy that they're having to be the greatest of this era. And I think a repeat would just like really keep him in that conversation with who's the GOAT type stuff. And like I feel like he'll repeat right here. And once Brady repeated, then they went on like a 10-year hiatus where he didn't like even reach a Super Bowl, I don't think. Or if he did, he lost it. And then like after the 10 years, like he won again eventually. I think it's going to be something like that with Mahomes as well. They're going to have him like neck and neck with Brady type stuff. Hey, how y'all doing? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think he repeats it. And the season began on 9/7. Repeat equals 97. Reed is currently 75. 65. Repeat equals 65. And if the AFC wins the championship, it'd be 29-29 all time. Repeat equals 29.
That's interesting. Repeat equals 29.
Yep. And the reduction cipher.
And what was the 97 you said?
Repeat equals 97 in the reverse. And the season, the reigning champions opened the season on 9/7.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
Yeah. And it's on the 19th year, 6th day of the last repeat championship. And gematria, repeat championship equals 196 EO. And that's more like abstract. I wouldn't put too much weight in that, but I just felt like that was very interesting. That repeat championship equates to 196 EO, and it's on the 19th year, 6th day of the last repeat championship.
I think Brady had a repeat though, right?
Yeah, Brady did. And you recall Andy Reid was on the losing end of the last repeat with the Eagles when Brady repeated. Yeah, and he could be on the winning end of this one.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So I'm definitely on Chiefs for sure.
Yeah, but you saw what they did with the logo though, right? They threw us off. They're making us seem like it was related to the team's logos.
Exactly. And I'm like, man. And then like once I seen the like ER or somebody posted like NFL memes, it was some account that like posted stuff like that. Once I seen it and like it went viral, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap for that. It's a wrap for that. I'm not putting no weight into that.
Yeah, with the whole Ravens and 49ers theory, right? Yeah.
And then just think about it, like the whole season they've been riding the Taylor Swift wave. Like, man, they gonna miss the opportunity to have her in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
this one is a cash cow.
I try to like, cause I'm quite biased when it comes to her. Like I don't like that woman, to be honest. So I didn't even bother to look at that, but it seems it's this entire season seems to be a tribute to her. Though.
Tribute to her, yeah. And then she's got the 104. Like, oh man.
Yeah, the name of her album is 104.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. But I wanted to share that, man, because I definitely lean Chiefs to do it. And I got a hockey observation. I don't know if you looked at hockey yet, but it's the 107th NHL season, and the only team to start 10-7 was the Hurricanes. And I counted all the overtimes that have been played in the season, and it's currently at 167. But the Hurricanes won the 107th overtime game, and the 24th of January was the 107th day of the season, and they won that day as well. So everything that's been like 107, like they've come out on the winning end of it, and they're the only team to start the season 10-7 in the 107th NHL season, and 16 wins the Stanley Cup. 16 playoff wins the Stanley Cup, and if Hurricanes win the Stanley Cup, they'll be on 107 all-time playoff wins.
So you liking the Hurricanes right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at the hockey yet. Once this season is over with the football, I'll jump into the basketball first though, because I saw something about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't know if you've been looking at the NBA yet, but there was an article about 24 people dying because of a lightning strike. I'm like, wow, in the year 24, really?
Oh, wow.
And I just find that that's a lot of people for them to die all from a thunder strike. Like, what are the odds that 24 people die?
4 people. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's like a lot of people, but
and they're balling too.
yeah, they are. They probably like the they're the third seed right now.
Yeah.
But they're only one game behind the first seed, so.
Yeah, I definitely. I gotta look more into it. I recall feeling like it was the Suns probably like a month ago. I recall like from looking at it, like I felt like Suns probably had the best angle because I feel like KD can get his 3rd championship in the Suns' 56th season, I think. And you know.
Oh, is the Suns' 56th season really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know Phoenix Suns is 56.
Yeah, I think it's their 56th season. Yeah, we write out 3 equals 56. You know, so I was just thinking like maybe it's like, and then Durant is 35.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's the 56th season. Seeing the Suns 56.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's 3 equals 56.
Yeah, because that's what they like to do too. They like to hide the teams and then.
Yeah, because I feel like they gave Durant 3. They gave Steph 4. But I feel like Durant could get 3 at least. And
it would be perfect if they go against Thunder. That's his old team in the Western Conference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't want to hold the line. I just wanted to share that, man. But you go live more, man. I definitely call in, man, because I always appreciate when you go live, man. I appreciate your channel, bro. And like, you know, like we can't get them all, bro. It is what it is. Like,
yeah, the thing is, people want us to be 100%. I mean, like that's impossible to nail this shit 100% of the time correct. How?
Nah, man, you can't. And historically, it proves that we just not 100%. But if you look at the track record,
and they're doing a good job. If you think about it, think about what they did in the beginning of the season. They had that big commercial of the script. So they are not only are they aware of what we're doing, but they're doing a lot of things to throw us off, right? They had this guy on TV, Benjamin Cap, whose name is 104.
104.
Yeah, so they're doing a lot of things to like throw us off because they know that we're paying attention and we're decoding this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like that before. Do you ever remember a commercial talking about the script being leaked?
No, I definitely like surprised about a lot of stuff that they be saying. And like, you know, I've been around since like 2016, 2017.
Well, I mean, like prior to like 2010, like before 2010. Do you ever remember them doing that, addressing scripts and commercials, exposing the winner? Like they never used to do that before.
No, but I'm saying like even at the beginning phase, like when I first entered this community in like 2016, I think the way that the certain things that like the whole script leak and like certain things that they're saying and like addressing and like you could tell like this community has gotten their attention.
Yes.
And you could just tell. And codes that used to be so surface and just hit with regularity don't hit as much. As
they don't hit as much. Exactly.
And it's a lot more double coded.
Yep.
And it's like you really have to like consider all facets, like line movement, just everything. You have to consider everything to really like properly gauge the situation. But yeah, codes used to smack with regularity. Surface code, they no longer do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, you're so like surface." It's not that. It's that in the beginning, the surface stuff will be just enough to figure it out. Like we didn't have to do so much digging and.
Mm-hmm. At one point in time, it was. That's how exact and at the beginning, like, gained the big following that he gained because it, like, when he was giving that info, it was smacking with regularity, and like people couldn't believe it. So like that's how he was able to, like, at the beginning, like, gain such a massive following, or like as big a following as he had, because at one point in time it had regularity. Now it's, it's a, you really have to be top notch with this stuff to really be picking consistently.
Some years they make it easy because I remember when the Astros was in the World Series, it was pretty easy because of the whole Travis Scott stuff, and the 119th World Series was kind of easy too.
That should have been super easy. Like I didn't think about it until like late in the season, but it's the 119th, like 911, like the emergency dialing code.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else would win that?
Yeah,
the authoritative figure team, like the team that
connects
has,
to George Bush. Yep.
Exactly. Like that you didn't even need the deep dive on that one.
Yeah. But the thing that they're doing with the Chiefs, because the Chiefs, it's like, why the Chiefs? It's just like, I get it. They want to repeat the Belichick and Tom Brady legacy, but I just don't know. I don't feel like they do enough tributes to that city or enough rituals coming out of that city to reward that city. Because usually what we see is we'll see like a city get like flooded or something, and then the city wins. But they don't do that with the Kansas City Chiefs. They just let them win.
I think they found 3 people frozen to death. I think like 3 Kansas City.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, they usually, like, think about when the Saints won the Super Bowl, right? They had Hurricane Katrina, the Astros. They don't do those big massive rituals like they used to.
For sure, yeah. Patriots' entire
Patriots and all the September 11 stuff.
Yeah,
like, that's why I never really look into the Kansas City Chiefs, because before they used to do these massive rituals and then have the city win, like 9/11, and then they'll have like the Yankees and Mets in the World Series. They don't do that anymore.
You know what I be thinking with that? I think it's because the Chiefs originally started in Texas, and I feel like though they're relocated, I feel like Texas still owns that team. So I feel like it's something to do with that. Because like you had Astros in the World Series the last 2 seasons, and then or Texas in the World Series the last 3 years. Astros lost, then they won, and then you just had the Rangers win. And Chiefs won last year. It's all like Chiefs. The way the MLB bracket played out and the way the NFL bracket played out, Chiefs was like the Texans, the Rangers, I guess. Like, if you look at the format and you compare and contrast the 2 brackets, like Chiefs was like the Rangers, and I don't know, like I just recall this from Decodes over the years. Like I always come to the conclusion that Texas still has ties with the Chiefs somehow. I always come to that conclusion, or I always feel like that. When I'm researching and decoding the Chiefs, I'm always reminded of that at times, that Texas still has ties with this team somehow. I'm not sure why or what, but I always come to that conclusion.
Yeah, and just think about what they did with the Lakers, right? They did a massive ritual before they let them win. Like Kobe Bryant, massive ritual. Like, they don't do a lot of massive rituals with any other teams that they let win.
Before Kobe died, it was a massive ritual.
No, when the Lakers won, it was a massive ritual. It was the death of Kobe Bryant. It was COVID.
Oh yeah, right. And
a bunch of stuff.
Hank Aaron with the Braves.
Hank Aaron, massive ritual. That's what threw me off with Jim Brown. Because I'm like, okay, they just did a Jim Brown. They just killed Jim Brown, so maybe this has to be a Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, right? But they're not doing that anymore. So this is why it gets a little confusing now.
Yeah, it's definitely confusing. And I feel like when they did last year, when they did the Top Buffalo shooting and then the DeMar Hamlin thing.
That's easy. They threw us off with that. They're throwing us off now.
Yeah.
Because they had all the Buffalo stuff happen, but they didn't have the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like that was definitely had me thinking, okay, this got to be Bills, at least to appear in it. Like, dang, the top shooting and DeMar Hamlin, this man gonna died on the field. Like,
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They are doing a great job at hiding the winners, man. And it's funny, all those years the Chiefs always win in those years.
it's like they go out of their way to make sure this community is thrown off track.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
like if the majority of people aren't in this community, or like they don't take to this knowledge, so like you don't have to worry about them because they you know they think on the surface. You don't have to worry about them critically thinking. It's us that they worry about.
Yeah,
And
they
put
all
a
worried
lot
about
of-
us. That's why a lot of people debate that no, we're not making a difference. Like, get the fuck out of here. How can you
If it-
say
no,
that?
all you have to do is think about this. Like, if they wasn't worried about us, why not just be like a full blown dictatorship? Why, like, if I got this power and I know you can't do shit with me, why not just say it? I would, like, if I know you can't do shit with me, I would just bully you, and I would
Yeah,
just be
but they
blatant with
know
you.
we can. That's why.
Exactly, and I think the secret to their power is our ignorance. Like, as long as they can move in secret and
And keep
people
us
are
asleep.
ignorant to, yes, like that's the secret to their power. That's why, like, when people say, some people will say, once you know, then what? What do you do? Like that's the whole point. Like, if everybody is pressing the issue on something, just look at stuff like historically, like they back off. Like, whenever the public is like pressing the issue on whatever the issue is, the higher ups usually back off of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they usually adjust, like, whenever they're catching a lot of heat or backlash from the public. And that right there is a telltale sign that they play on our ignorance. They move covertly, and that's the secret to their power. Because why not just move blatantly or just out in the public? Like, if you just if your power is absolute, why not just be blatant about it?
Yeah,
That's why
there's no
we,
way they'll ever come out and say everything that they've done. Because, I mean, you imagine they come out and just say, yeah, we did 9/11. No way.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just own your shit. Like, if it's like if their power
There's
is
no way.
absolute to the point to where it could
It'll be nonstop
irreversible.
chaos.
Exactly. Our ignorance is their power.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
Period. So yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold the line, man. I just want to call and speak my piece. I know we always have good convos or whatever I call.
Appreciate you always calling in, man.
For sure, man. And whenever you go live, man, I don't know what it is, man. So I always get alerts after the fact. Like,
I put up an announcement on Instagram, but I'm gonna start doing it on Patreon too.
For sure, yeah. Because I definitely like enjoy these, and these type of conversations we need to have. Because people need to.
So yeah, people need to hear these things. Yep.
Yeah, and the conversation, we push the conversation forward by doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. And
right.
talk to you again.
All right, thanks a lot, Topsy.
Yeah.
Just call a few people though. I missed a couple of calls. Let me just call these people back. If you want to call in, the number's on the screen, 646-986-0958. Hello? All right. So if you want to call back, the line is open. Yeah. So what he was saying is true about what they did with the Buffalo shooting a couple of what was it, like last year or a couple of years ago. And they had the Damar Hamlin stunt, but they didn't have the Bills in the Super Bowl. So back in the day, that those type of rituals would be lock city for that team. They terrorize the city and then they eventually reward them with a championship. But they don't really do that anymore. I don't remember the last time that came through. Well, the last time probably was the Houston Astros in the concert tragedy that happened at the Travis Scott concert. Yeah, the Denver Nuggets didn't really have a tragedy. The Golden Knights, I don't remember one. Yeah, so. Yeah, somebody says that the Nickelodeon is doing the halftime show is going to be hosted by SpongeBob, and one of the characters' name is Patrick. Yeah, there's probably something to that, Patrick Mahomes. But yeah, the Pope is 87 years old. Yeah, just like Travis Kelce's number. Yep. So Jim Brown was a sacrifice for the Chiefs. He wore number 32. The Chiefs equals 32. And Chiefs are 3-2 in Super Bowls. Jim Brown, born on 17/2, like Kansas City Chiefs. And they can become 4-2 in the Super Bowl on the 42nd day of the year with their black quarterback. Yeah. Right. So if nobody else wants to call in, I appreciate everybody who joined us. And if you guys have any other additional information, please leave a comment so the other people can read it. The people watching this video on the playback. I'll definitely come back whenever we have anything else to cover. But yeah, watch the video from the beginning if you just joined us. We covered a lot of stuff. Yeah, the purple on the logo, you guys. Go look up the cover of the album, Speak Now. That's what it's all about. Miss Taylor Swifties. So somebody asked, what's the 49ers narrative to win? They don't have one. Not that I know of. I don't see anything in their favor, to be honest. If they win, they win. But by now, I don't see anything for them. Somebody says Patrick Mahomes is not black. Yeah, I think he's half black. Yep. All right. So you guys enjoy your Tuesday, and again, thank you for your support. The Patreon link, yeah, it's always the Patreon stuff is always in the comment section. So if you guys want to join the Patreon, I'll leave a link in the comments. All right, you guys take care, and I'll see you next time. Peace.